All right, so this book is called Tracing Your Mississippi Ancestors. Um, Here you have a black man on here, and you have other people on here who I guess you can say they lived in Mississippi. They've been there before. So you can see him, he's a soldier, so he's already enlisted. These look like people who are first generation. These look like people who didn't have much after a war. All right, so this right here is a Mississippi Choctaw roll. Um, all right, so you can see right here, this is what it has. Um, and it has someone on here. It said, I'll go ahead and read it. Um, it says the Dancing Rabbit Treaty. So it has that. It says right here, census cards are arranged first by category Choctaw by blood and then by census card number. Andy, Mary Jane is on card 325 with other family members. Any slaves, additionally, the deaths of individuals who died in the second U were noted in the remarks column. All three of these extra lists are on one roll of microfilm at the state archives. It is negative film. For the most part, it's very difficult to read. So, like, I've read like Choctaw rolls before. Like I went on the Library of Congress and I went and got these rolls, and I just started reading them because I always want to know like who people were and how they were able to get privileges and rights that weren't necessarily afforded to black people. But then I started noticing like it says right here, many of the records available in the archives could help to document the history of African Americans present in Mississippi, but only have marginal value for genealogical research if they do not provide names of individuals. Although regretfully, this is also true of records in the National Archives. The library does present more possibilities. A good indication of their holdings that would be helpful to the black family historian is given in the Guide to Genealogical Research in the National Archives. See source list. The private manuscripts collection is an assortment of diaries, business journals, letters, and even some church registers. The papers range in time from the 1700s to the latter part of the 20th century. The antebellum church records, especially, should be examined, for many have membership lists for blacks and whites, as well as notices of baptism and funerals. As previously mentioned, the private manuscript collection also has many plantation journals that document everyday life on particular plantations. So here's a Choctaw Nation Freeman roll, Choctaw Freeman card with former owner listed. So I guess like on these rolls, these are black people. Um, they're not. They're also like. I noticed like when I was baptized, I went to Holy Rock. I think I was 9 or 10 when I got baptized. Um, I believe they kept a record of it. Um, I think like when you're going to church and you're going like and during these times like the pastor, the clergy, they keep business records of like what is going on. So like when you go to the National Archives and you start seeing pictures of families from back then, and you see that they have records on there, like that's important to collect and to hold on to and put it like on a USB drive because you're probably going to need that stuff one day. Um, so they have Freeman colored records, white. So we are on the Choctaw Rolls. So like when you see Freeman, just know it's a Negro. So we are on the Choctaw Rolls. So like think about it. Like if you can't trace yourself going back to the Choctaw Rolls and stuff like that, like you have to relearn that entire history and you have to know like, am I going to be here or am I going to leave? Because you have to know that entire history. Because like a lot of us are on these roads, and when I say a lot of us, I'm talking about people who just got over here. When you see family names on the roads, you have to wonder like, okay, my name is on this road. All you need is a last name. So, and then we do know, like, a lot of people, they don't have our last names. So we got dependents on here. I've looked up my census before of my people. I have it on my USB drive. My third great grandfather, he's on the Mississippi Rolls. Um, I have census records where my fourth great grandmother, fourth great grandfather, they on the Virginia Rolls. So this stuff, man, it's all you got to see is like Levi. When you see a Levi on a roll, and this is a freeman's labor contract, data master profile. When you see stuff like this, it says planter, plantation, like you can know we had industry. If we're planters and we're farmers, and that's what it's going to say on these rolls. If you see stuff like that, and then you see like a Choctaw roll that has no occupation on it, like who were these people and what were they doing? Because if you don't have a business, like, are you just on a roll just to try to collect something in the future? Because you don't have an occupation. Like, we were farmers, we were planters, we had industry. And you can't say a lot of this for these $5 Indians. You can't say what they were and who they were, because it's no record of what they were doing back then. So this information is important. We see a Charles, we see a George, we see a Hannah, we see a Harriet, we see a Joseph. These are black people on here. They're not black people. Their masters and owners are blacks. So their guardians were blacks. And it says right here, resources for minority groups, African Americans. So we're in this chapter. All right, so you can get this book. It has a lot of information in it. Great piece. Yakoki.